Hey everybody, it's Randy Canaro, Saturday Station Farm. So I suppose it's time for another update because I haven't done one forever. And I'm out here today moving chickens around. Getting the meat birds moved. It just seems like now that winter's gone away, there's just a whole bunch of things to get done. The store I haven't really updated anybody on because I haven't been doing anything. We've been trying to get a loan to get everything fixed, and it's taken forever. We've had contractors not show up and follow through, and it's been a mess. If you remember this little plastic greenhouse deal that we threw up, it was working out all right through the winter, but we ran into this issue. Holes, and where the metal wiggle wire channel is, the water will come right off the eaves and hit it just enough, and it'll leak inside. It makes it just wet enough where it's unsatisfactory. So I've had a few contractors just kind of go AOL. AOL. So we've had a few contractors go AWOL. I don't know where they are. What I'm going to do temporarily, it's going to be kind of a long way to get to talking about chickens. All this plastic's going to come down. I got a big sheet of rubber roofing. It's going to cover the entire piece of that addition deck and then wrap up it like a bathtub, like a wash. And the stud's going to come down, and then this summer we're going to focus on just getting this roof redone. If I can do it myself, I'm planning on taking like 3 weeks off in July and just getting right after it. I'll just start tearing off all that galvanized aluminum and taking the old 3/4 by 12-inch purlins that are on there, ripping those off, putting down 3/4. I don't know if we're going to go with that zip system or just OSB. Either way, resheathe the whole thing, watertight in. Then if we can get some help out here, put up the walls, tie in new roof rafters to the existing barn, metal the whole thing, and finally have a dry structure. Now maybe the contractors will come through in the next month and we'll get to work. But the way things have been going the last couple of years, I doubt it. So, long story short, goodness, this tree dumps crap and leaves completely onto the barn. It's a mess, and the roots are always going to be an issue. You know, right behind it we have our septic. We should have just taken it out last year. I don't know why we didn't. And then if you can see this one, this, of course the sun's right in your way, but this oak tree, you can see it has no leaves on it in the center. It's dead. The pigs girdled it a couple years ago. It never came back. So we've got to drop them both, and we're going to drop that oak tree over there too, so we need to get the stump out of there. But anyway, I had the chicks in the horse trailer right behind me, and we're using Greg hers. We're using for almost all my wood cutting. He's coming out tomorrow, so I don't want the chicks around the big wood chipper and them cutting in their truck, and just kind of pain. A little extra stress on the chicks that they don't really need. So back to the chicks. I've got them in the horse trailer. Let's see where we're going. I just hooked that up to the tractor and moved it, and we're just using this year. We have a small batch this year, kind of scaled back a little bit. I don't seem to have the touch with chickens as I do with pigs yet. And every year I swear I'm done doing chickens, and every year I decide to do them again. But so far this year, they're doing really well. And last year, I feel like I'm jumping all over the place. Last year, we started out that, the pigs are waking up now. We started out the chicks in the greenhouse, and that was both the brooder house and their range house. Well, we had rats that showed up, kept killing chicks every day. It was absolutely ridiculous. So this year we started them in the horse trailer, which we weren't using at the moment. So they're going to be in here for a couple more weeks. Now, it's working out pretty slick. I'm actually cleaning house right now. I'm going to wash the whole water out, clean the feeders out, give them some new bedding. And watch out, because sometimes they sneak up through the door. And these are the Freedom Rangers. So they need a new bed now. We gotta clean this out. And I built like a little makeshift A-frame with plastic just to keep the lights on, the heat in there. Actually, I think we're down to like one light right now. See that the cables have all fallen down. Yeah, and they're really just about pretty much ready to go outside now. The horse trail is working pretty good, actually. The only thing I don't like about it is it doesn't have as much daylight coming in as the greenhouse, but it's a relatively secure structure. And I just hooked onto the trailer, the tractor, and moved them all the way across the yard and backed it up, and you couldn't even hear them peeping at all. It was super calm, super relaxed. I'm kind of debating maybe about setting up a fencing grid around the backside to give them a little bit of a run before we actually put them onto the chicken coop. Because really the model that I've been kind of working towards is like a free-range model where we start them out in a brooder and then we get them into their hoop house, and then we have like a clover leaf of fencing paddocks, so I can kind of rotate them around their paddocks. The problem is we're kind of doing dual purpose with the pigs over there and the layout. I don't know. Long term, we can't scale it up because we'd have to have a separate structure and a separate plots of land for every single batch of chickens we want to do. So it's very limiting scale-wise. I'm not sure how much I really want to scale up chickens versus the pigs. I'm trying to find that line between efficiency of work while also having them out on pasture, living and running around like actual birds. And so really, mostly, I just started thinking about this a little bit with the this movable pen. I've seen this design before, having a mobile coop as a base of operations, a housing unit, and then just fencing off temporary paddocks and then bouncing around the land. And that would almost work here, except that we have no trails really put in, no fields, no pastures. The closest I have at the moment is going to be the farrowing paddock where we had the pigs before. Let me get the compost pile here. I'll see if I can show you. So, you can see, well, just to orient everybody. So there's the pigs now in their winter paddock. And there's the gate. You can see where they've all scuffed it up. And then, so that rich clover that's coming up, this little field goes back about to where those brush piles are way back there. Not a big, probably a quarter of an acre. And we got the pigs' huts all set up now. So the sows will be going over there for farrowing shortly. And they'll have this whole little quarter acre contained area, just super rich, super lush. Lots of great stuff for the sows and the new piglets to come out onto and have that first taste of fresh greenery. We'll probably put them out of here about like a week before they actually farrow. The point being, there's still a lot of trees out here. I mean, I'd have to have a trail, which it goes back that way, but I'd have to have a trail someplace where I could actually pull a trailer or coop or, pick up an old pop-up camper frame and build like a little mini coop. And actually, that wouldn't be such a bad idea because I could actually use some of those clear panels for the roofing, so they'd be getting all that extra light coming in, plus have a secure structure while they're young in a contained area out of the elements. And then I could move them across the land where I wanted to, and I wouldn't be solely dependent upon one structure. I would still be limited by the structure, but I suppose I could have multiple structures in just a multiple rotation system. Because one thing, the chickens, the meat birds, the pasture birds don't roam as far as the pigs do. I mean, the pigs will take over acres and acres, and the meat birds really only go, 200 feet, maybe 100 yards. Occasionally, I'll give you some reference here. If we have them in that greenhouse there, once in a while, you'll catch them up here in the driveway. You know, they're really just sticking close to home. We will catch them way out down here in the woods, you know, playing, but the farther away they get from their home base, the less they like to travel. So possibly, just kind of thinking out loud and planning for next year, before I get into this season and completely write it off again like I always do, I'm actually already kind of excited about maybe modifying my current system mid-season, and moving to a movable pen paddock system. For those of you who have followed before, I was using the Saladin style movable pens, and those things are just super labor intensive, and they really require flat ground, and we just don't have flat ground. I've seen a lot of models of laying hens where people have their laying hens in some type of mobile coop arrangement, and we've only got 12 chickens, laying hens, Nate's chickens, and they're hooked up over there in that coop. I think I can see one poking their little head out. We'll probably just leave that as the regular, you know, laying hen coop. So I don't know. Just doing a little bit of maintenance on the chicks, getting them all cleaned up, getting things ready to get them out onto pasture really quickly, and then they'll have the rest of the summer. Probably another 6 weeks, probably 7 more weeks to go. The rest of their life living on pasture, outside playing around. We'll get the pigs bounced around, just a big old movement. But the more that I think about this movable pen idea, the more that I'm liking it. But it also means that I may just have to bite the bullet. I hate to see all this nice beautiful clover coming up and get ruined, but just come in here and just whack everything. Get Dave out here with his excavator, just rip up every one of these trees. I got an oak over here, and I'll probably save that one oak. But all these maples, all these popple, and this other crap through here, just rip it all up, tear it all up, cut off the roots, stack the roots someplace, grade it, smooth it, replant it, and then we're looking like 2 or 3 years down the road having a really nice actual pasture, not some stumpy pig paradise. So I don't know. That's it. Just pondering while we're getting the chicks done, and I suppose they're out of water because I've got everything torn apart here and getting ready to clean it all out, and then I had this prepared to give you guys an update. So things are happening, a lot of moving parts, but we're getting there. Oh, there's chicks there. So that's it for now, guys. We'll say goodbye to the little chicks and call it good. All right, thanks.